Hello, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know who I am, my name is Shook. I make videos for NBA, make videos for NFL. All these videos, they get posted on this subreddit right here. It's called DF Sports with one S. I make updates with all the news. You can ask me questions about the slate, anything you need, pivots, all that good jazz. This will be linked down below. And if you ever need to get a hold of me privately, you can get a hold of me on Twitter right there. So let's get to my lineup from tonight. So it's going to be a great night. Going to be a great night. And I just have to get this off my chest. If you are interested in more, before we get to that, if you are interested in more in-depth content where I give you guys core plays, player pools for cash, GPPs, private videos, all the good stuff, NFL content, my Discord link will be down below. Let's go over my core today. So my core, Joel Embiid, Jaren Jackson Jr., Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and Kyle Anderson. Just absolute smash. And guys, over half the field faded Joel Embiid going up against the Spurs. I'm frozen inside, just absolutely frozen. I can't believe I want to laugh so hard. I absolutely want to laugh so hard. You guys have no idea. I told you guys yesterday Joel Embiid was my favorite spend up. It wasn't even close. If you might be honest, he did good, but he didn't put up 105. But oh my god. Over half the field faded Joel Embiid. Absolutely wild to me. If you're a Redditor, if you're this Redditor and you watch my videos, message me on Twitter or or on Reddit. I posted this in Discord and everyone laughed. Embiid being under 50% owned is all the proof you need to know that NBA DFS is still alive. He is correct. So if this is you and you're watching this video, message me on Twitter, message me on Reddit, either or. I'll give you a free month of my Discord just for making me laugh, because I was literally talking about this in my Discord right when you said this. So message me. I will give you a free month of my Discord, because I laughed my ass off there. I had to post it in Discord too because we were just talking about that. Yeah, hilarious stuff there. Rounded out my lineup with Luke Kennard, Vince Williams, Santi Aldama injured, Emmanuel quickly, and yeah. And I told everyone, Memphis is my favorite team to target. And that's what I did. I played Memphis. I played Kennard. I played Vince. I played Jaren. Well, he was a core play. And I played Santi Aldama, who got hurt, was absolutely smashing, and yeah, got injured. But going to be a great night. Hope you guys had a great night as well. And yeah, hopefully you guys played Embiid and enjoyed the rake-free contest tonight. So yeah, let's go over the slate. We got a 5-game slate for tomorrow, the 23rd of January. So really good spot here for Denver. I love Jokic up at the top. Probably my favorite spend up on the slate. Did you 70% faded Jokic last slate going up against Washington? I think I showed you guys my lineup. Had an easy cash that slate yesterday, but same thing. Like good spot here going up against the Pacers. 11.2K. Looking at the spend ups, I think Anthony Davis is probably going to pick up more ownership, but I think both look great. No LeBron James. Anthony Davis is going to have to do absolutely everything for this team, but I love both. I absolutely love Jokic here up at the top at 11.2K. If you cannot afford Jokic, I think Jamal Murray is a great option as well. They're just playing him huge minutes. They're playing Jokic and Murray huge minutes right now. Jokic are leading the way offensively. His potentials are up as well. Like he's stuffing the stat sheet a lot more than he was prior. So I really like both the top two guys here for Denver. MPJ Aaron Gordon. I think Gordon's pretty solid at 5.9K. That does seem a bit too cheap. MPJ more of your ceiling play between the two, and if you have more money, like I prefer MPJ straight up to Aaron Gordon. I would say Aaron Gordon probably looks a little bit better point per dollar. But I think both are firmly in play. KCP, you guys know the drill. 3 and D, he'll play big minutes. If he hits your shots, he has a ceiling. I think he's reasonable. And then you're going to see some Reggie Jackson. So he'll play around 20 minutes. He'll play alongside Jamal Murray some as well. So, depending on how the value looks, which I think we'll have better value. Like, we have the Lakers. We have, Zubac out. So I think there'll be better value, possibly Knicks. But he is playable. Not going to play anyone else. Moving on to the Pacers, if you guys played TJ McConnell last slate, I feel so bad for you. Let's just pull up the rotation for the Pacers game last slate. Just Carlisle just absolutely trolled this rotation extremely hard. So I'm praying to God that Halliburton and Nemhard both play. I'm really praying to God here, and I'm hoping they play. So if everyone's in, I mean, Halliburton's a fine contrarian. Spent a first game back, played 35 minutes. We know he's, going to stuff the stat sheet, get you a double-double pretty much every game. He is too cheap. So I like Hallie there at the top. Siakam doesn't really stand out to me. His role, hasn't been too great on this team yet. 8K does seem priced right. Not a good spot either. Miles Turner going up against Jokic. Minutes last game weren't great either, but they kind of like just punted off that game. I would expect around 30 minutes from him. Makes him in play, but not my favorite. And then Buddy Hield, he's carved out a nice role of late, playing big minutes. I have no issue with him. He does have a ceiling. They can always bench him and go with other wings, though, but it seems like they do want to play him right now. I'm not going to mess with the value. Now, if we get a situation where Tyrese and Nemhard are out, and I pray to God Carlisle doesn't troll, then I'm going to really like TJ McConnell. I'm going to like Hield. Siakam would have to do more. Ben Shepherd will probably get the backup point. He would be in play. Praying to God that there's no troll. The other wings, they'd be fine. But, after the last game, it's tough. It's tough. All right, moving on to the Knicks. So, big news here. Isaiah Hartenstein is questionable. So, we'll see what they do with the starting lineup if he's out. They could either start Sims, they could either start Precious Achua. They could do a number of things here. But if they start Precious, I absolutely love Precious at 4.2K. He could just play a ton of minutes here. I don't know if I'd go to Sims if he comes off the bench. If Sims starts, it'll probably be more of a spot start. Might play, 15 to 20 minutes and then the rest just like Precious Achua. I'd still prefer Precious Achua. I think Achua would be a good value regardless. Sims would be playable at that point. Hartenstein, if he plays, I'm not going to play the bigs, but Hartenstein himself, we know the drill. He's going to play close to 40 minutes. Not scared of Brooklyn. I think he's a pretty solid play at 6.5K. It's just a minutes thing. Good rebounder as well. He's not going to do a ton offensively, but with the amount of rebounds he racks up, the amount of minutes he does play, I think he'd be a solid play. Then Randall Brunson have both been phenomenal, and the prices come down for some reason. So I think Brunson and Randall both look solid as well. I like both. I think, whoever's more popular, I'd rather just go with the, lower owned option. But Brunson has probably shown the higher ceiling of late, while Randall probably has shown the higher floor. But I think both look good. OG Anunoby, I think, is too cheap as well. It's just a minutes thing with him. He's not gonna be too high usage playing alongside Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson, but he's not gonna be super low usage. He's still probably gonna shoot the ball a decent amount. Good rebounder as well. Good defender, can get blocks, steals. He's playing close to 40 minutes a game. I think he's very solid at 5'8" as well. With I forget who's been out, but I think it was Josh Hart. But with Josh Hart out, Dante's going to lose minutes. I would say he's a bit overpriced, and then Josh Hart's see anywhere from 25 to 30 minutes. Stat sheet stuffer. I think he's decent for value of 4.5K. Not going to be going to anyone else there though. Brooklyn, not a good spot here. Mikal, I mean, he's fine. Has a ceiling. 7.5K seems priced right. No strong takes there. Claxton, I will say, I do like at 6.8K. He's consistently gotten over 30 minutes. As long as he can stay out of foul trouble, I think 6.8K does seem a bit too cheap. And we'll see about Hartenstein on the other side of this game. So my favorite play here is probably Claxton. And then Cam Thomas, his minutes up and down, but when he is playing well, they will extend him to over 30 minutes. He does have this type of ceiling, and at 5.8K, if you get this type of ceiling game again, he's probably going to smash the slates. I have some interest for tournaments, but just know the range of outcomes with him is way up and down. So more of a tournament only play for me. Cam Johnson's minutes haven't been great, so I don't like him at all. And then I will say, Dinwiddie's minutes have been a lot more secure of late. Now, would I be shocked if they go back to Dennis Smith Jr.? No, absolutely not. So I think there's still risk with Spencer Dinwiddie. But if you continue to give him 30 plus minutes, he is too cheap at 5'6". So I do like Dinwiddie, but just know there's also risk there with him. Dennis Smith Jr. is overpriced. I'm not going to play Dorian Finney-Smith, Royce O'Neal, but they are playable. All right, moving on to Portland. So Portland's been going with the starting lineup of Anthony Simons, Malcolm Brogdon, Jeremy Grant, DeAndre Ayton. Wait. Malcolm Brogdon. Give me 1 second. I think Jabari Walker. Malcolm Brogdon, Jeremy Grant, Jabari Walker, DeAndre. Yeah, Simons. Okay, that was right. Simons at the top. I mean, okay spot going up against OKC. If they keep this game competitive, it's going to be a big game from Anthony Simons and Brogdon. Those are the two guys. Those are the two highest usage guys in this team. I will say I really like Brogdon at 6.5K. He just does everything for this team, stuff in the stat sheet as well. Should play big minutes too ever since he's been inserted back into the starting lineup. So, like, I really like Brogdon here. I think Simons is solid as well. Jeremy Grant, my least favorite between the three, but he still does have a ceiling. Ayton should play around 30 minutes. He's just like there for me. It's like fine as a filler play at 6.3K. Scoot at 5'3" should see low 20s minutes, reasonable, don't love it. And then Jabari Walker, his rate's not at the 4 and 5 or a lot worse, but if he continues to start, I think he's pretty solid at 5'5". Still a good point per minute guy that should play hopefully around 30 minutes. I'm not going to play any of these bench guys. All right, moving on to the Thunder. I like a lot here. Good spot going up against Portland. I love SGA. If you're not playing, Jokic or Anthony Davis, I think SGA is just right up there. He'll probably be a lot lower than those two either. So I love SGA here up at the top at $10,000 in a really, really good spot going up against Portland. I think Chet's a really good play at 7-1. Every time Chet's in a good spot, I always really, really like him because he just feasts in very, very soft matchups. Good shot blocker, can get a ton of blocks. So I really like Chet for tournaments, especially if he'll be low owned. Jalen Williams has taken a step up of late. He's also playing close to 40 minutes a game. Once again, a good spot. Price came down. I think he's very solid. Giddey's playable. Lou Dort, you guys know the drill with him. He'll play around 30 minutes. Good defender, can rack up defensive stats, hits his shots. He does have a ceiling, kind of similar to like KCP. Isaiah Joe, his minutes should see around 20. I think, he's a fine dart, but I think we'll have better value. I'm not going to play Casey Wallace or any of those guys. All right, who's ready to get absolutely popped here? Because there's a decent amount to like here on Utah. So looking at Utah's last rotation, started Walker Kessler in the second half, but they're playing Clarkson, Sexton, and Markkanen huge minutes right now. They're closing with this game went to overtime. By the way, don't look at I believe it went to overtime. Let me just double check the game log here. 126, 127. Let me just double check. Oh, it's not showing. Yeah, 126, 127. So don't look at the minutes and think that's what they got in regular run. This game did go into overtime. But they are playing Clarkson. They are playing Sexton pretty big minutes right now. And they are both closing together. And Markkanen's going to play big minutes as well. Dunn, his minutes are kind of up and down. And like I said, Walker Kessler started the second half here. So keep it on the starting lineup. If they do start a 5K Walker Kessler, and we can expect, mid-20s minutes at least, he's going to stand out to me as a pretty good play. John Collins, if he continues to start, I think is, a bit too cheap. I think he's a solid value. Chris Dunn, he'll see around 20 minutes. Sometimes will get extended. Just there for me. I think he's solid at 3-9. And then Simone Fontecchio, been playing high 20s minutes, a reasonable value, too solid. And then I like the main guys. Clarkson, Sexton, I think both look good at their respective price points. I think they'll probably be popular tomorrow, but I really like both. I think Markkanen's fine. So, this Utah team does look solid. I hate it, but they do look good. All right, good spot here for the Pels. Ingram, Zion, CJ, they all just look similar to me. I think Zion's probably my favorite, but, they're up, they're down. One will have a big game, the other will have a quiet game. I feel like I rarely see two of these guys have really, really big games together, but given the spot, I think, they all look solid. CJ clearly my least favorite of these three, but yeah, I have interest in all main three guys, kind of like the Bulls, right? So good spot. I think they're all firmly in play. Jonas Nance kind of splitting the center minutes. Hard for me to prioritize any of them. I don't think I'll be going to anyone else. All right, Lakers. So LeBron out. I mean, it's hard not to really, really like Anthony Davis. They keep this game close. It's going to be Anthony Davis, right? He's going to have to do everything for this team. So I love Anthony Davis here. I really like D'Angelo Russell as well. No LeBron James. He's going to get a huge usage bump. He's going to play close to 40 minutes. I really like D'Lo. I also really like Austin Reeves. He's going to see a significant bump. I like him quite a bit. We'll see who starts. Probably going to be like a Rui. Assuming he starts, I like him a ton for value. Other guys that get bumps. Prince might see a little bit of a bump. He's fine. Reddish might play a little bit more solid. Vanderbilt might get a bump. He's firmly in play. So, yeah, there's a decent amount to like here for the Lakers. Could even see a bit more Wood, like interesting for tournaments because we know he's a good point per minute guys. Like, yeah, ton to like there for the Lakers. Moving on to the Clips. I mean, no standouts here. Kawhi, Paul George, Harden, they're all fine. No leans on which one I like more, and then with Zubac out, we'll see who starts. I believe one game it was Plumlee. This game I believe, but I think I would prefer Plumlee to start just because he's better. But both the bigs here are solid values. I don't think I'm going to play like a Terrence Mann. So that's going to wrap it up for the video. Remember, over half the field faded Joel Embiid tonight, and I will talk to y'all in the next one.